Election Day 2020 is officially over, but there are still votes to be counted. Good morning. We thank you for joining us. The Pix 11 Morning News. It's Wednesday, that is, November 4th. I'm John Muller.
Good morning. I'm Vanessa Freeman. It has been one of the most contentious elections in our nation's history.
Election Day number 2 ahead for everybody else. What we want to do is start out by taking a look at the map to see exactly how the votes that have been called in the states where the Associated Press has made a calling on the race. And what we have so far is Vice President Joe Biden is ahead at 238 votes, and we see President Trump sitting at 213. But now let's break into what we see going on with the latest results in the most significant states. Right now, we see this is in Pennsylvania, which is the most hotly desired state because of the number of delegates that we're going to see there, 56 to 43. But let's take a look at how some of these other states break out and what exactly has been won so far. We see that Joe Biden has taken Arizona recently, 51 to 47%. That's with 87% of precincts reporting. We also see he's taken Maine, a very decisive 53 to 44. And in Texas, President Trump coming in at 52%. Texas, again, the Republicans delivering for President Trump. But let's take a look at the contested states. We already looked at Pennsylvania. Also, we want to take a look at Wisconsin, and we are expecting that within the absentee ballots, and that's what we're waiting for to happen. And then lastly, let's go to Georgia here. Georgia, another one of the hotly contested states. Again, President Trump up to Joe Biden, but a very slim margin we're looking at here. 100,000 votes is what we're looking for, and this is where they are still counting the votes.
However, some spots, especially in the suburbs, waking up in the upper 20s to the north and west, 34 White Plains, but those 20s, that's going to feel cold. You can thank radiational cooling for that. Clear skies, light winds. We're at 42 in the city right now, and we're going to be improving gradually throughout the...
Marijuana on the ballot in several states for both medical and voting to legalize marijuana. What's next? Pix 11's Katie Corrado is live in Secaucus this morning with more. Hey, Katie. Each candidate has so far. Good morning, Kirsten.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. And what we're seeing right now is a real differentiation between the states as far as who's continuing to count and who has decided to stop counting. And the headline so far is we've got a big ballot counting dump that just came in from Wisconsin, putting Biden ahead by nearly 11,000 votes. These are very thin margins. Push either President Trump or former Vice President Joe Biden over the finish line. Let's take a look at what exactly is going on. The most recent states to call during the late night, early morning hours were Arizona. During the late night, early morning hours for Arizona. We've got 10 electoral votes that are at play here, but this is the current map as it breaks out so far this morning. You can see the key states that we're really watching for. Wisconsin, we've got 10 electoral votes that are at play here, but this is the current map as it breaks out so far this morning. You can see the key states that President Trump or former Vice President Joe Biden over the finish line. Let's take a look at what exactly is going on, the Republican majority. But then let's take a look at what's going on with the toss-up. Now with the election results that we have seen in, we know that they're sitting in a dead tie here, 47 to 47, taking into account the two independents who actually caucus with the Democrats. But what I want to do is take a look at the senatorial races and how they are breaking out right now. Let's start in Kentucky.
Tomorrow, you just let me know, okay? We'll talk about the commute this morning. So, Ferry's everything on or close to schedule. The one thing you don't have to worry about is the window.
Yes, I've got a half-eaten cookie.
Yep. Crinkling of bags, that's all you hear.
But Ben, Marisol, Oji are all here to lift our spirits this morning, right, to help us get through all of this. So, Marisol, let's begin with you.
What we want to do is show you exactly where the two candidates stand right now, 238 to 213. But let's dive in to these state-by-state results as we have millions of uncounted ballots from across the nation that have been cast and also absentee. We're looking at the data as it comes in, laser-focused on 6 states. Let's start out, first of all, with Michigan. Let's see what's going on here. Look at the percentages tied 49% to 49%. So close in this. Michigan, 16 electoral votes, Joe Biden votes. But let's dig into more of these states and see exactly how they're doing. We want to take a look at Georgia. Here we see President Trump ahead of the race right here. 50 to 48% with the Electoral College votes to their column. Let's see what that does. Electoral College votes to their column. Let's see what that does when we put Michigan in here. So we start to amp it up. Now let's add in Wisconsin to get there as well, with the millions of uncounted ballots across the United States. Wisconsin, we have Biden leading by 20. Add in Nevada, and we get Biden to his magic number of 207. To get Pennsylvania, that gets him a little bit closer, but still not fully there. He's got to take one of these two states where we see Joe Biden ballots. This is such a tight race, with each side predicting that they're going to be the winner ultimately.
Kirsten, I just have to say.
Yes, great job today, Kirsten. You have been on your feet for how many hours now?
We've been there all morning long.
Who can even count? And with all that sugar from the cookies,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even matter.
Well, thank you for being a pro at the big board. Love this technology,
Sure.
and you've mastered it. Stay on top of it. Thank you,
Good to be
Kirsten
here.
Cole.
Thanks.
All right.